What we've got is a video submission from one of the moderators from on the set, which is funny because we've actually already reviewed one of the other moderators, Ryukin. So we're going to do a review of one of the other ones. So I got to get my interaction open. It is a weird video. Question mark is pro Lee Sin, but it's from the perspective of a Riven player, so I think Akayami is going to be a little confused about some jungle gappage that might happen this game. Alright. Oh, he freeze framed. I need to see like what... Oh, there we go. We got his runes. Okay. Oh, this is actually like decently high elo. Oh, he's playing with One Night in Jungle. You can play. You can talk about the Evelyn. So
Yo, is he D1? That guy's been down bad recently.
he's got that top 200 badge for the Oh, I thought it's 9 p.m. Haven't finished recording. No, take your time. We'll get to it when you're all done. It is 9 p.m. Eastern Esports Standard Time. So, looks like Ryu is going Riven mid into Katarina. Riven does eat melees alive, but I don't know if that applies to Katarina quite as much. Kat does have a poking spell, but Riven has tools to shield it pretty easily. Low cooldown, neither mana dependent champions, so I think the matchup is pretty skill expressive. I don't think it necessarily goes in one champion's favor or the other naturally. I don't know if you have any thoughts on how that matchup goes. I'm going to take the silence as a no.
What happened?
Do you have any idea how Katarina versus Riven goes? Lee Sin is called IMT. Oh.
I imagine it's very snowball heavy because they both have strong one shots. I think Riven wins level 1, most likely.
Yeah, this guy's against a pro Lee Sin. He said it's IMT Charm. It's apparently a challenger Lee Sin with IMT at the beginning of his name. And then he's playing with Mr. Beast, so maybe IMT Charm's just giving Mr. Beast a boost. I don't know, man.
I mean, Immortal's jungle is Lamont. I don't think they have an academy team.
I'm memeing.
Oh, I thought you were serious.
No. Alright. So let's go ahead and One Night in Jungle is going Electrocute, Evelyn. I don't know. There's no Dark Harvest, so I guess Electrocute's always the move, right?
Dark Harvest isn't good anyways, at least on PC.
Oh, okay.
No. It's too inconsistent.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if it was like Kha'Zix where like you could choose based on what you're trying to do in the game. Like Kha'Zix can play for 6 or play for 5. And play for that. Kha'Zix, if he has a good matchup where he's like in the enemy jungler's face, he can go Electrocute and try to be more skirmish heavy. You can go Bruisix with Conquer.
Yeah, it's also because Electrocute doesn't scale well with AD, but if you're going AP, Electrocute does almost always more damage unless you're like hella fed on stacks.
Oh, okay. And then Conquer on Riven's pretty straightforward.
Yep.
Alright, so we are on the mirrored side. All those wonderful people using the shields. I feel like we'll have like less stuff to be nitpicky about in these games because a lot of the stuff we've reviewed is like relatively lower elo. Ooh. I don't think there's a single combination you can do to solo kill a ward at level 1 on Riven. Like, there's some champions like Leona who can solo kill a ward, but...
No, her attack speed's too slow. Yeah. She doesn't have a reset.
At least not at level 1. Like, at level 1, you could use your... what? E?
No, it
or
doesn't.
W. Your W could. Can't your W cancel your auto animation?
Yeah, but that's like her longest animation.
Oh, okay. So I was gonna say you could try to, like... auto W auto and then try to fit in one more, but her attack speed is probably too low. Yeah. This is good. This is good. Knowing like the Katarina didn't bounce back because like she doesn't reset Shanpo. Like this is decent if like his goal is to like get a roam, but you're not getting a roam at level 2, and you don't have lethal threat, so like this gank is kind of pointless. Like you're not getting anything from Riven. This is well played though. Like you're playing to the side. You're using your mobility really well, playing pretty safe. Lee Sin showing up for seemingly no reason. Oh wait, right? Lee Sin's the jungler. Why is the top laner here? What the fuck? This is Masters? Whoa, we're high elo. We're high elo. We're high elo. We're high elo. This is good. This is good. We we gank level 2 from top to mid because we're high elo. I saw Huhi do it in season 6 MSI with Aurelion Soul, so I must be able to do it. Yeah, that's free as fuck. Good gank night. I mean, I'm still that's good awareness. Like this is a good collapse. I don't really think there's much to say. Like, it's good that you got a slow push built up right before you moved. Your camera control's pretty good. He's pinging help immediately. I mean, I do like that you're getting out of your lane every time you push it. I didn't count waves. I don't think this is a C waves, but Katarina's answering, so it just sits still. Yeah, like you didn't have to flash. A lot of times, like I get antsy on champions like Riven and Lee Sin too, and I just like use my spell that can hop over walls to get somewhere faster. But then I'm just like sitting there with my hand in my pants, like, oh wait, I needed to go over the wall. So like Q3 can go over the wall. It's just Q3 that can go over the wall on Riven, right?
Yep.
Yeah. I don't necessarily know if you're needed for this play. I mean, if you get this kill, it's worth. Especially because, like, Katarina keeps rotating late to match you. Yeah, that's fine. It's a really fast-paced game. Oh, I missed the scoreboard. I want to see the scoreboard.
Lose?
No, they won. They're snowballing pretty hard. Where's the... He pulls the scoreboard for like half a second here. There. Okay. Alright, One Night is already 3-0-2.
I mean, it's just kind of looking like a stomp. It's kind of like no matter really what you do, you're gonna win because of Evelyn, right? Because how fit she is.
Yeah, I'm wondering if like there comes a point later in the game where it's not so certain. Maybe that's why you wanted us to watch. You can be fat and good. Well, yeah. But don't say how when, Devin. What the fuck, man? That's fucked up. I mean, I don't really think there's a problem with itemization either. It's pretty standard first.
Yeah, Black Cleaver Rush.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you can argue. So, the comp they're against, like, Black Cleaver is a good core. Yeah, it's a good core item on Riven, but you can go Ghostblade here. It gets much closer later. Yeah. You guys probably, like, struggle to convert your lead, because it looks like you guys are getting a lot of kills, but it doesn't look like you got a lot of tower damage out of the kills. Right? So you got your kills, reset, and immediately went back mid, because you don't want to miss your wave. So usually you can like coordinate those plays on C-Wave here. So you've got C-Wave with with Cannon. So until you hit what, 6 minutes when it starts being every other? Is it 4 minutes or 6 minutes where it switches to every other? I don't remember in Wild Rift. Whatever it is, you basically want to use the timing between but felt too squishy. Yeah. Um, against this comp, you also could go like Death Stance early, but I'd probably just stick to either going Ghost Blade or Black Cleaver pretty much always with the items that are available in the game. If there are like more bruiser items like some of the mythics that are in the game on PC, then there's like justification to go like a whip item or going like Eclipse, I guess, into a comp this squishy. But like there's nothing wrong with just like being tanky, being mobile, having Black Cleaver for any shred that you do need. Um, but it's probably just like you have options, right? You don't have to. Because I don't think there's anything wrong with Black Cleaver at all. I think it's totally fine. What's happening here? Okay, so I think we know why they wanted us to watch this video. You can see what's wrong with this picture, right?
Oh, wait, rewound it. But yeah, Evelyn's bot. I mean, you
Yeah.
shouldn't be walking towards dragon.
Yeah, like I don't know if you guys are in comms right now, but it's pretty clear that like you want to do something because you have priority and control of river, and One Night wants to do something else. Wait. Lee Sin skips blue side. Yeah. I think you guys are playing your lead a little weird. Typically,
I mean,
t-
here,
mhm.
I mean, your support's recalling. Riven goes mid, eats mid. Evelyn hits Herald. Jace eats top, and then you kill Herald, kill top.
Yeah, it's okay. I don't know. On PC, the first two dragons are more skippable. In this game, they're also like not too bad to skip early, because a lot of the power has been backloaded into Elder. So delaying Drakes and allowing Elder to be like your priority for for like a late game win condition's fine. Um, at the same time, the comps are not something you necessarily want to get to go to late if you can help it. Like Jace Riven against a Jinx is rough. Jinx has a lot of safe. I'm trying to remember what their comp is, but doesn't their comp have a lot of safety? No, their comp has a fucking Katarina. Their comp sucks.
Yeah, Evelyn's killing Herald. Shinra's mid. Yeah, I mean, you just go top tower.
Yeah, yeah. So One Night in Jungle wants to trade. Like you're not gonna outsmite, and this is like a 5v4, and it's just counting numbers, right? So you know they're trading Drake. You traded for Rift Herald. You took Rift Herald top, or Dragon Baron lane, Baron lane. You took the Rift Herald to Baron lane, which is what you're opting into trade for. So all you need to do is just deny them golden XP. Just go to waves, push out the waves, help with Shelly. You can actually start replacing Vision in their blue side jungle if you want. That's a good option. And then you can basically just like collapse on priority over and over until next Drake. Because since the top tower is the one that went down first, you don't need to do any like lane swapping shenanigans. You can just do status quo and keep laning. Yeah, so like this is a losing fight before we even look at it. Like this is a losing fight. You guys are not strong enough to compensate for an all ults, all cooldowns 4v5. Like One Night in Jungle's coming in late. You guys are actually gonna win, aren't you? Holy shit! They got Drake. I don't. That's weird. Like we were talking about how that wasn't gonna be good, but I guess the enemy team's trolling. I don't know. I think 5 humans
Well,
win that, right?
I mean, the thing is that like, if that like worked, then I don't see a world where this game becomes hard. So then it's just kind of like, what's the point of review? Unless they like giga fucking throw, but then it's just
Yeah,
that's something that you probably realize in the moment, you know?
Yeah, like they should have won this. They should have just picked someone and gone, but because it's like solo queue, right? Then what's this Lee Sin
Yeah,
doing? Is Lee Sin's really challenger?
no, he's probably not. Not if their team is all masters. I doubt he's in the challenger.
Yeah, like the enemy team had to go before One Night got there because he had a lot of your team's gold at the moment. But as soon as he showed up, it was over. Yep, this is fine. Pressure tower. Cat has no pressure on you. Hmm. Yeah, you've got a pretty good buy. You've got 2,500 gold. Now would be a good time to switch to your pink ward since it's available. Pretty much when it's available. Yeah, there's silly people in every ELO. He checked the Lee's account after, and it was either challenger or former challenger.
Oh,
So he's just
they
bad.
did
I don't know.
lose.
Hmm. I think something you probably often get baited into on Riven is like being tempted to just spam your spell, like spam your Q around. But then every once in a while you'll get caught with your pants down and be like, "Oh shit."
There gets a point where if you max time your Q is always up. I think it's second item in this game, but if you do your Q like for the full duration, since it's not like
Yeah,
Aatrox Q,
yeah, like
Aatrox Q, the timer resets every time you Q, but Riven Q is like static.
mm,
So you can like space your Q till the last second, and when you Q3, your Q is back up.
yeah, yeah. Because I've seen he's had a 5 and a 7 second cooldown on the last two.
Yeah, like it's like after like two or three items.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
All in all, like I think you're playing out like the first 7 minutes of this game fine.
Push.
I would have just said like trade the Drake, but at the same time, like you guys didn't get caught doing anything stupid while doing that, and then caught them being stupid, so it ended up being fine. We see Lee Sin. We have Prio. Ash needs to go. This is a point. Okay, there will be something to talk about depending on what you're about to do. Okay, so all three outer towers are down, and I was just waiting for that Ash to get caught and die there. So the reason being is Ash has more consistent and safe wave clear, so she can consistently pull mid priority with the Vigar. And you and Jace have really good escape tools. Jace having his knockback and Hexgate, so he can run fast, run away, as well as his hammered Q in order to jump to a wave or something. Like he has the ability to escape a little bit easier. You have more mobility. You have the most mobility in the team. So realistically, basically, you want to tell yourself when laning phase is over, when towers die, typically you want to create side lane pressure, and that's going to prevent the enemy team from ever having like getting away with playing ARAM, right? So the most common issue that happens in low level play and even high level play in some regions, North America, is teams will just like kind of abandon side lanes because they think like lane phase being over means it's time to 5v5 all the time. So people just like ARAM constantly and just ignore the side lanes. So what your Jace has done is he's ensured a double wave collapse here, so he gets a free back. Wave's gonna bounce back towards him on a build up, and then he'll be able to pull this side lane and get this farm. you should be able to do the same thing. You should be able to catch this wave that Katarina's about to push in, and then you can either freeze until you're ready for something to happen, or you can just create a slow push that they have to address while you get free the next Shelly for free. Or you can create a slow push and then use that time to dump vision in their red side jungle, or look for a pick with your team off of mid priority. Um, so at this point, basically, what you want to do is force the issue. Is force Ash to go ping help mid, and then ping Ash a couple times, and then run your ass top or dragon lane. But my suspicion, based on your movement here, is you're about to immediately go back mid. Uh, and I think right now, Katarina, even though she's behind, can one-shot Ash. So these are just kind of awkward lane assignments, especially with the enemy bot lane constantly having prio on you because they have safe wave clear advantage. And then because your team's ahead, you just kind of get away with just like killing them in the side lane anyways. But like, Lee Sin gets Ash, yeah. Yeah, like that was a good engage. That was a good flash Q3. Or Q3 flash, whatever. Mid animation you flashed and it looked cool. So who's dead? Ash is dead, and 3 of them are dead. Tryndamere has Silane Prio now. I mean, this is just kind of a fight that like doesn't have to happen. Like you guys are snowballing, so you can afford to just like group up on top of motherfuckers, kill them, and then move on. Um, but depending on how you set up lane assignments here, you guys might give them an opportunity back into the game. Yeah, like because Shelly died first, Shelly's gonna be up before Dragon. All you have to do is zone Tryndamere. There you go. Waste his time. Finish Shelly. Finish Shelly. Finish Shelly. There you go. Zone, zone, zone. Have you seen anything else that you wanted to say so far?
Uh, no, not really.
There's not a lot to it,
I
right?
mean, it depends on. It's just kind of like weird because they take like a bunch of like random fights. So like even though they get kills, they can't do anything, you know? Like this one, they got the heralds, but I mean nobody like escorts Ash to the wave
Mm-hmm.
and shit. It's like they can't get anything more because once Ash dies, they can't siege.
Oh, apparently they end up losing this game.
Jesus.
Um, so that's why he sent it to us. They do find a way to throw this game.
I mean, they should just reset before Dragon. You have Death Stance in base and half HP. I'm sure One Night in Jungle also has a lot of gold.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, like I see your pattern is like you see Lee Sin trolling, so you might as well go for him. But like catching Lee Sin here, or just having the gold advantage at Dragon, like you can use major objectives not as an opportunity for you to take the major objective, but for an opportunity to force them to come to you, right? So there's a lot of comps, like a Protect the Jinx comp that they're running here. Like they could just play around Jinx and stall, which is probably what happens, to be honest. They can play for scaling, and Vigar's your major scaling. Evelyn has good scaling, but the rest of your team scales like ass, honestly. Um, and Ash is
I
just
would
a setup bot
say
for you guys. Like Ash is a setup bot. Jace doesn't scale. Riven doesn't really scale that great. Like,
the next play that they should do after Dragon is Ribbon goes to his side lane, Evelyn hovers and uses Herald
mm-hmm.
because they win 2v2, and if they send more than two, I mean Jace is splitting like he should be, so Jace is gonna get opposite tower
Yeah, like
and shit.
you guys have an amazing like hybrid 1-3-1 comp. You have so much wave clear on 2 of your champions and safety on 2 of your champions that you can hover your jungler around either
Oh,
split
fucking
pusher.
chasing.
They're chase.
Oh, just,
They're chasing.
just
Yeah.
no.
Well, just get mid prio and force them to come to you. Playing this way, just yeah, yeah. Um, it's kind of obvious what went wrong here, but I mean, we're chasing with an objective about to come up with 3 members of our team not around. We see only Tryndamere on the map. right? So we see Jinx starting to rotate. Jinx just disappears here mid wave. Lulu's not on the map. Katarina's not on the map. You see Tryndamere and you see Lee Sin. You know Jinx is coming towards you. It's at best a 2v1 right now, which is good, but it's at worst about to be a 2v4. So like you can try to save your teammates, but they kind of fuck themselves. So yeah,
Jace has a great idea. He's just pushing mids because I mean he can't do anything.
Jace is doing the best thing here. Like you should be resetting and probably matching Tryndamere at this point since it's a lost cause. Oh, or we make hero play. Enemy team's trolling harder. Yeah, it's probably fine just because Lee Sin left. Like,
No, I don't think he reset. I think he pushed top here. Go proxy the top wave, and then I think you can push top.
yeah, and Vigar already reset. Yeah, Vigar already reset.
Yeah,
Yep,
but
you
you have Jace
realize.
though. Jason Ash, I
Yeah,
think.
what I mean is Vigar already reset. He can stall Tryndamere. Like, Vigar has the
Oh,
tools to stall Tryndamere. So you realistically only need Vigar to chill. Yeah, a lot of this
yeah,
stuff.
you see what I mean? Like they can't get anything from their kills because
Mhm.
they're not pushing towers or.
Yeah, like it's 21 to 11. You have 14 kill participation out of that, and you guys only have 3 towers. Like they only have one, but like you can tell that they constantly have priority in their lanes. So it's making it hard for you guys to like do anything with your lead.
Hello.
Hello,
Let's
everybody.
see.
What's up, Red Smite?
Yeah, we push top here or bot here. Pretty sure. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys have to match it. Tryndamere can't end the game. He has one wave. Like worst thing happens, he gets in turret, but like, and he's just gonna reset because you guys just push faster than him. Just keep pushing. Just keep pushing. It's okay. You still got 10-second death timers. You can push into a tower and reset. Or you can take their whole jungle and give them an opportunity to get back on the dragon, I guess.
I think going GA is better than Sterix here, just because of how fed you are.
Yeah, I'm thinking he's going to click GA. I hope he clicks GA.
Ah, but this is just so like fucked.
Yeah, you just killed your Ashe. And your smite is trying to soul. There we go. You've got to protect your smite at this point. It's your only advantage. And they don't have any execute spells that can outsmite. There you go. Now get out. Now get out. Get out. Reset. There you go. Turret golden map pressure is very valuable. Yes, it is. There we go. Switch to pink. Where is your pink? I didn't see where you placed your last pink. I think you placed it at the tip of red buff there. So next bet is probably Baron pressure top or blue side jungle control. Someone dropped Shelly top. They have Shelly, right? No, we got Shelly. They probably timed out, huh? Yeah, well, they have to address that because that's about to be a double wave in Shelly they have to deal with. And then your team just enters their jungle, chokes out their jungle, and then pressures the next two towers. Jace is doing red. Bot lane. This bot lane's fucking addicted to just going back to bot lane. That shit's cancer, man. As an ADC, like, as soon as lane phase is over, my ass is going mid, and I am spam pinging my mid laner until he gets the fuck out. Like, every game. There's obviously exceptions, but, like, most of the time, I'm the guy with the most wave clear. I'm just going to AFK wave clear mid until I'm needed at a neutral objective. Yeah, so like you and Jace hovering the same side isn't good here. Unless Jace goes mid and then you collapse here since your next objective is Baron. But bot lane being up there, is kind of scuffed. This is an easily throwable game because Tryndamere just is about to do Tryndamere things. Yeah. There he goes. He dies. He dies. Okay.
Push.
It just, yeah, push, push, push. It just amazes me that they lose this game. Like, I want to see what they do to throw.
I
Like,
mean,
they should be able to just
one
hit
night
them with
in
their wallets, no?
one night in jungle should have taken blue and Gromp before you reset. Yeah, you can take, I think.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
Uh,
at this point in the game, he should just live in Lee's jungle. He doesn't even have to farm his own jungle right now. Like, he can
yeah,
leave it. He can leave it for his laners in between hitting side lanes and mid lane. Like, Ashe can eat your own wolves and raptors and red, and then side laners can get Gromp and Krugs, while you just like eat enemy jungle with all the wave prio. Because then waves will naturally just stay pushed out. You collapse on each other. You have so much mobility. Just wandering a bit, and then there's not a clear objective. Yeah, it's tough when you have this kind of lead. Like, somebody has to like kind of like nut up, you know, like just like drop your nuts on the table and start pinging. Like, this is what we're doing now. This is what I'm doing now. This is where I'm going now. Because a lot of times people will have like a different idea of what they need to be doing. And oftentimes, like in situations like this in solo queue, they won't align, which is
yo,
why like
Randuin's better than Thornmill here.
yeah, Randuin's is better. Like, you don't have like Tryndamere is the main source of sustain that you're dealing with here. Should have gone for mid turret instead of trying to save Ashe. Yeah, you can get mid priority and then collapse on enemy jungle. Just get resources instead of trying to like save somebody that's already fucked themselves. Randuin's is better here though. Anti crit for Jinx is huge. The slow is huge. It has better HP. It actually has HP. This version of Thornmail has no HP, right?
No, it has. It's
Is
just
this the
not a
version of?
lot.
Yeah. Wait, this really is the version of Thornmail that doesn't or that does have HP?
Yeah,
Yeah, it has 200 max health, so it's not too bad. But like, you're not going to apply Grievous wounds reliably by getting hit. You'll apply it by this one does apply when you CC, right?
no, when you get hit, it's current turmoil. Current
Immobilizing
turmoil.
enemy champions also inflict 60% Grievous wounds. Completed
Oh, I
Thornmail
didn't
does.
know that.
Brambles only when you get hit. Completed Thornmail is when you CC. Should have gone 200, I think.
Okay, go
Oh,
Baron.
Shut up, Kanye.
Shut for a second.
Pause. Or did you say
Excuse
back up or
me.
pause? VOD review, by the way. Where'd you say to go, chicken?
No, I told Kanye to be quiet for a bit.
Oh.
Chicken, fuck you.
Yeah, Baron's fine here. Uh, if you 50-50 and lose it, then honestly, you should all be fucking banned. Because
And
you have a
honestly, like,
pink word in your inventory, and you literally just fucking wait out Lee Sin Q when he Qs Baron, or block it, or wait for him to jump in, because he's gonna fucking jump in, so you just don't let Baron go below
yeah.
2k.
And like, honestly, a good bait is like when it gets to like 5,000. See, so what you can do is like when it gets down to like 5,000, you can start spam pinging to get off of it as soon as you deny vision. So once this scuttle dies, you're basically just going to like juggle, like threatening that you're gonna do Baron. As long as your lanes have prio, they're forced to do something. They're either going to address the waves and you get Baron for free, or they're gonna come and deal with you, and then you just like turn and kill them. So basically, at this point with your lead, you're trying to force them to fight you if you're struggling to get objectives with your lead. But realistically, like, this comp shouldn't have problems getting it. No, like, half of you are doing Baron, half of you are staying in the lane. Just choose the lane. Just choose your team in this situation. The two of you can't do Baron reliably. Yeah, like, you're almost dead. This is a throw. This is such a throw. Jinx is free firing over the wall. Yeah, this is a throw. Alright. Yeah, so I don't know if you agree, Chicken, but this is one of those situations where, like, yes, you two probably could just, like, if this is 5-man in comms and you were at the HP you were at, you keep One Knight in jungle out of Baron range so that he can use Evelynn passive to heal up while you guys start it. And if you have 5 people on Baron, like, what are they going to do? 2 people are dead. 2 of their most influential players are dead. So, like, Lee Sin has to come face check. You just turn and kill him. Don't even let the 50-50 happen. Like, there's no need to even risk a 50-50 when you have this kind of lead, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's also 5v3.
Yeah, it's 5v3. So, like, your 3 are choosing side lane, and you've got 40-second death timer, 30-second death timer. Like, you guys can just threaten Baron lane. Like, you don't have to. You can just follow your team here. You don't have to. Even though Baron is like a good call or a correct call, like, you don't have to.
One Knight in jungle, if you're gonna hit the Baron, you can't. Don't stand on scuttle when you're that low.
Mm-hmm.
You have to kind of just move into the pit and tell Riven to pink it, because in that way they don't know that you're low.
Mm-hmm. That's honestly why I was thinking it's probably better, like, unless everyone's going to Baron, just not. Because if everyone goes to Baron, then One Knight in jungle can just, like, sit and Evelynn passive off to the side and heal. And then re-enter Baron to smite it, basically. Because, like, Evelynn's DPS isn't, like, insane on Baron at this point, right? Or does Evelynn even have decent Baron DPS? I don't feel like she does.
No, she has good burst. Her DPS isn't. Her DPS is like fine when it's low HP because of Infinity Orb, but she doesn't really have good DPS.
At this point, I'm guessing you're also just kind of like following the pre-made loadout for Riven, which I still think Randwin's is better. I agree.
We're autopiloting top lane.
Yeah, we're just like leaving that wave. What are we doing? We're just leaving that wave. You got to go to either side lane, I think. You just let Ashe eat mid, and like you guys,
wave to both side lanes.
you guys are off tempo and Jace is dead. Let them have the dragon. Get side lane control. Like get lane tempo back before you just try to like burger flip the objective, because that's how you throw the game. That was good stun, but Lee Sin has Merc Dreads apparently. Lee Sin has to have Merc Dreads. That stun was so short. Oh, we reset here. We have to reset here. If we even want a hope of contesting Baron, we reset here. Alright. Ma? I guess? I mean, if you have to get a lifeline item with CDR and MR, I guess, but I don't think Katarina's really your threat here.
I think you can go. The fuck?
Sorry, my dogs have seen another dog. This is not worth burger flipping. This is not worth burger flipping right now. Like, even if you guys like out mechanic them and win this, like, yeah, no, you're not going to. Okay. Yeah. It's alright. Chicken even mentioned it looked like you were kind of on autopilot. But yeah, this is bot lane's inting you. Kinda. Like someone's like, oh, we have to deal with Tryndamere, and then 3 of you are like, oh, we have to deal with Baron, Like, you guys have the tools, and you guys should have the priority where, like, if you're off tempo and they get Baron, like, it's not the end of the world. Like, I think when you get to a higher level in this game, you start realizing that, like, you don't have to fight every major objective, right? Like, Baron's not that long of a timer, and you guys have the wave clear tools and the gold to mitigate whatever effect Baron's gonna have. And like a major lesson I was kind of taught on my climb through Plat some years ago on ADC was like, don't make a bad situation worse. So like if you have a play that you know is going to be net negative, you know you're going to lose Baron, and the probability of you protecting that Baron is very low. the probability of you making the situation worse by going to Baron is very high. So you kind of avoid doing like you kind of avoid doubling down on a bad situation and hoping that you can just out mechanic that situation. I guess. So you can kind of like reset waves here, continue to spam ping Ashe to get red buff and go mid lane. Jace has been going to his lane assignment well, in my opinion, this game. I don't think I've seen Jace really go to a bad lane assignment. And this is his and your first major blunder that I've seen. Is like contesting this Baron is a big no. Contesting this Baron is so troll. And if
Also, I'm pretty sure
yeah.
with how fed you are, like if you go randoms, you can just contest Tryndamere in side lanes.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think the main reason why you guys are losing is because you're having trouble getting towers. But like what you guys are up 18 kills, but like towers are pretty much even.
Mm-hmm.
Tryndamere has been fucking you guys up in the side lane because he's having perma prio.
Yeah. That's
I think you're
exactly
just kind of
yeah.
a little too greedy looking for kills.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't think Tryndamere can ever kill you. Like if it gets to the point to like where you're low and he uses ult, you just stasis and his ult runs out. Mhm. But with Randuin's death stance, with how fed you are, it's kind of hard for him to kill you, I think.
I agree. I also think like in that same situation, if your build's a little more optimized, like even though I think this play is kind of int, like you choose to prioritize Lee Sin, right, and the Baron, and trying to like burger flip the Baron. But like, what if you and Jace just kill these three? Push more, use randoms.
No, Randuin's just more so situational because they have a
Yeah.
Tryndamere and a Jinx, and they don't really
Mm-hmm.
have any active healing. Like Tryndamere Q,
Yeah.
I mean, he uses it in combat like once, and
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna stop like what a 200 heal? That's fucking nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Jinx might go BT, but they generally buy it later, right?
Exactly. We're kind of at this point where at the elo you're in, like dynamic itemization is kind of important. And like understanding that not going the same items every game is good. Like understanding when to go certain items. Like Thornmail was probably put in your loadout because someone said you need Grievous wounds every game. You need to have Grievous wounds to stop any healing the enemy team has. So get Grievous wounds. But it's like Thornmail Grievous wounds is like unreliable for you. I mean, Thornmail Grievous wounds is reliable because you proc it on CC. Um, but like it's not as reliable as just I don't know putting it on Ashe. Let Ashe do it. Let Vygar do it. Vygar can build Morello. And I mean the healing's not that big a deal. Tryndamere healing's the biggest deal, but like Tryndamere can't heal very fast if you just kill his ass. Yeah. I usually go for Thornmail when I need armor. And that's the thing. So Thornmail is like in this game a relatively good armor item. Um but like it's not as good as Randuin's. Randuin's is 100 gold cheaper. I was about to say Sunfire, and then I remembered that Sunfire is only health in this game. Um, how's Iceborne Gauntlet on Riven? Does she utilize the Sheen?
Yes, she's pretty good with Sheen procs.
Yeah, Gauntlet would be good. Deadman's is good. Death's Dance is good. Not really Frozen Heart, because you also.
What do you mean, not really Frozen Hearts?
I mean, I guess Frozen Heart's fine.
I think Frozen Heart's better than Gauntlet just because Gauntlet has more wasted sets.
Yeah. So, oh yeah, because you don't really use the mana. I mean, you use everything except the 250 mana, right?
Yeah, and
Like the
then
ability haste is really good on you too, but I think Frozen Heart does too. Yeah, 25 versus 30.
Frozen, yeah.
It's 25 for Frozen Heart and 30 for Gauntlet. Yeah. So it's maybe thinking a little bit more dynamically about your itemization. So like thinking like if I'm going to like stray from the path of my loadout, what am I going to do and why? And part of it, I think, is because Wild Rift is a game that was introduced for people who don't have tons of League of Legends experience in mind. So they went the Smite route of being like, here's set your loadout ahead of time, set like what you want to build ahead of time, and have like a standard loadout. But I think that's actively detrimental to the education of Wild Rift players as compared to like League of Legends players who have never had something like that. We just know to open the shop and boom, 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 boom. Where's the item? What's the components? What builds into what? What item do I want this game? And even then, like most League of Legends players, even at the highest level, are still ass at building. There are people. Yeah, Frozen Heart wastes the mana. There are people who are still like absolutely ass at building. Like people made fun of pro ADCs at Worlds this year. Season 11 Worlds at the absolute top level who are like, I'm going to second item Infinity Edge. Okay, you're not Jhin, and you're not Yasuo, and you're not Yone. Why are you second iteming Infinity Edge? Mm-hmm.
Well,
So anyways, the point being is Infinity Edge doesn't give its passive right now on PC until you hit 60% crit. And every single crit item in League of Legends PC only gives 20% crit. So why, with 2 items, that's 40% crit, would you buy Infinity Edge unless you're Yasuo or Yone who double it? Or Jhin who utilizes the stats very well, and it doesn't matter. Like, Jhin doesn't really give a shit about going IE second because Jhin hits like a truck and uses the AD and has his passive on the crit, so it doesn't really matter as much. But even then, Jhin players still like go for 60% crit before slamming IE most of the time. But there's an argument if you're snowballing that Jhin can do it, is what I mean. So yeah, a lot of building habits in League of Legends are try to have your loadout as simple as possible and adaptable as possible. Like, I often put into my loadouts, let me see. I think I have a loadout that does it. I forget what champion I did it with. Draven, my Draven loadout. Boop. Oh no, I changed it. My Draven loadout used to just be a BF sword, and a Vamp Scepter. And then a boot. Just a brown paper bag boot. Because I knew that I wanted to eventually get Bloodthirster, but I didn't know when. And I knew that I wanted 2 BF swords so I could hit motherfuckers hard. I didn't care what BF sword item I built it into, and sometimes I change it from game to game. So on my Draven loadout, it's just BF sword, Vamp Scepter, and brown paper bag boot. And I'll build whatever the hell boot I want that game, depending on the situation. So, some champions, like you have Jinx, where like you're always gonna go like IE Runins. Jinx players who go Stormrazor can go to hell. Kai'Sa, I actually have 3 loadouts for Kai'Sa because I go 3 different builds for Kai'Sa depending on the comp. But like 90% of the time I just go crit and I go Stormrazor, BF Sword Runins into BF Sword item. Or into situational. I just get 2 evolves and then go crit build based on what I need. Anyways, that was a tangent. I actually think you probably could have won this fight if you had just gone for the 3 of them and then 2 versus 1 onto Lee Sin. He should be taking a bunch of damage from Baron. Even if he gets Baron, their whole team's dead except for Tryndamere. But a whole team with no Baron.
Like, Baron shreds armor and MR in this game.
Yes,
so
it does. It doesn't
Jinx
in PC anymore? When did it stop in PC?
Not that I know of. Because, I mean...
Keep talking. I'm going to refill my water.
I don't feel like noticeably more damage taken when I'm hitting Baron in PC.
Yeah,
but
I know Baron in PC reduces your damage to Baron.
Yeah, I think that's the only debuff it gives right now.
Huh.
It reduces the damage of the person who's closest to it.
Yeah.
Wow, that's way shittier compared to the Wild Rift Baron.
I mean,
Wild Rift Baron.
Yeah, but the Baron
man.
buff is also kind of shit though.
Yeah.
In PC.
Yeah, Baron buff is pretty shit right now.
But yeah, I mean that just makes it easier to one-shot the Jinx Lulu, pretty much. Because I mean I think you can kill Lulu here if you EW auto and then ults. Lulu or Jinx probably just dies.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like I thought they were gonna outplay, honestly. Even though I thought it was a bad play, I thought they
Especially
were gonna
because
outplay.
Jace is gonna EQ, and so they're gonna be like even lower. Also Jinx is like the only character that can really kill you because I don't think Katarina has much gold. Also, dude, you don't hit fucking tab, hit tab more.
He hits
Like every
tab. He
time you,
just hits it really like quickly.
every time you base hit tab.
I know you're
Trust
streaming,
me,
but do
trust
you
me.
want to try to get some kind of trial going? Devin, there's 3 of us in this call that'll play. Yeah, there's 3 of us in this call that'll play. We don't really have a full tryout's worth of people on right now. We can try to play a pre-made after this. After Meh finally recorded his game. It's a Vayne game. Alright.
Bane. Spicy.
So I'm guessing they get Baron, kill both of you, push down mid, kill your bot lane, and you lose. Yep. Oh, he's gonna say something toxic. Wait, what? Oh, never mind. He didn't say anything toxic. I thought we were gonna see a little gamer word before the stream ended. All right, yeah, they got Baron. Yeah, that's unlucky.
You can just kind of chase kills without getting anything. Because I said like earlier in the game, they get like a lot of kills, but like nothing happens.
Yeah, I'd
Like, even when
say.
they got, I think second Herald was, you got no value out of second Heralds. There was a lot of skirmishes in jungle where we didn't fully take jungle and we didn't push towers. I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, it was kind of get an advantage, then do nothing, which is fine depending on your champs and enemy champs, but you can't be late to objectives while doing that
Mm-hmm.
because it makes. I mean, this is just like in general, like walking into objectives is fucking hard in this game.
Yeah, you.
Unless you're like really, really fucking fed. Like it's hard to walk into objectives.